to be going over Forex and Futures today. I am so excited to do this with you guys. We're going to be going over what Forex is, what Futures is, and some of the key differences between the two. So let's hop right into it. So, what is Forex? Forex is short for foreign exchange. It refers to the global market where currencies are bought and sold. This market, you are trading one currency for another because currencies are priced in pairs. So, for example, there is a currency pair called EUR USD. And so this is the euro dollar versus the USD dollar. When you place a trade for EUR USD, you are either buying or selling EUR versus the US dollar. Okay, so you are buying or selling based off of the EUR currency against the US dollar currency. Okay, so if you think the euro is going to go up, you're going to buy. And if you think the euro is going to go down compared to the USD, the dollar, you're going to sell. Okay, and I'll be able to go over an actual trade with you guys so that you guys can see what I'm talking about because I believe in visual learning. Okay, so it is a decentralized market. It's not just one central exchange. So you can't just walk into a building, a bank, for example, and say, hey, I want to trade Forex. Okay, no, it's all online and you get access to the foreign exchange market through something called a broker. And we'll go over that because you're going to need a broker in order to buy or sell positions and get money. Okay, so decentralized market, 24 hours a day, Monday through Friday across major financial centers across the world. So the banks are in on this and the millionaires and trillionaires are in on this. And we as retail traders can benefit from this as well, which is why I'm so passionate about teaching people how they can get some financial stability or achieve some financial goal by trading Forex and Futures. So this is just really exciting for me to share this with you. Factors like the interest rates, inflation, economic growth, data, political stability or instability affect how strong or weak a currency becomes. Think of our president and how he will tweet something and either our market will go up or down. This is very, very key in the market is the economic and political data. And the key is that you can make money whether the market goes up or down. And I'm going to teach you how to trade the market when it goes up or down. So it's large, it's liquid, and it offers many opportunities for trading. And since the currencies are traded in pairs, you're effectively speculating on the relative strength on one currency versus another. The market runs nearly all day, and you can take positions when the markets are open. And there's these things called sessions, and there's a New York session, London session, and Asian session. And these are the times that you get to trade. Okay. Now, what is futures? Boop, 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 boop. Futures is a contract that is a legally binding agreement between a buyer, that could be you, or a seller, which is also you, to exchange a specific asset at a predetermined price on a specific future date. Now, don't let this confuse you. It's super simple when we get on the charts. We just need to go over the terminology so you can really understand what you're doing, okay? The contracts are standardized in terms of quantity, quality, and delivery date, and they are traded on regulated exchanges. So this is legal. Okay, this is legal. Underlying assets can be things such as commodities like oil, wheat, gold, and even the stock indices. So you can get in on the stocks too, not the actual individual stocks like Amazon, Nvidia, and Tesla, right? But you can get on in the indices, which is looking at the stock market as a whole. So the NASDAQ, SPX, and US 30. One of my favorites to trade is the NASDAQ. It's so liquid and you can make so much money doing it. So let's go over the key differences, okay? Forex is when you're trading one currency against another. The market is global and it runs 24 hours a day during the business week. Prices move based off of the things that we talked about, right? So the interest rates, the news, and economic strength of that economy. You are not trading a contract, but you're exchanging one currency for another. There's no expiration date, and you can hold the trade as long as your account has margin. And this is such good news because later on I'll be going over what type of trader you may want to be. Futures is when you are trading a contract that has a set size and a set expiration date. This contract controls something such as real gold, wheat, stock indices, but you're not necessarily buying or selling the asset directly, but you're buying or selling the right to receive it and settle it in cash at that contract price. Margin is also required, and your profits and losses are marked every day until the contract is closed or expired. So, the key thing to remember with futures is to close your position before that contract expires. Simple differences between these two is that Forex is currency against currency, very simple, no expiration date. Futures are contracts with standardized sizes and expiration dates. Forex is mainly about foreign exchange rates, and futures is often locked for prices and later speculation and direction of a particular market. Okay, so it's not hard. We'll hop on the charts really quickly. Okay, looking at the charts, this is what you're going to see when you first open up TradingView. If you've watched the TradingView tutorial, you already know how this is going to flow. If you haven't, go ahead and check that video out. So when you click on the search button, you'll be able to see the symbols, ideas, scripts, and even the community aspect of TradingView. But what we want to pay attention to is these options here to click on. And I want to click on futures and show you guys some of the things that you're available to trade when you are trading futures. Okay, so with futures trading, you're able to trade the NASDAQ, S&P 500, gold, crude oil, Bitcoin, silver. Okay, so these are all the things that you can trade when you're trading futures. You're trading on the futures chart with futures contracts, and this is exactly what it's going to look like when I launch my chart. So let's go ahead and do gold futures really quick. I'm going to launch the chart so you can see. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to slide this over so you're seeing majority of the futures chart. And so this shows you that it's gold futures on the 1 hour. And this is according to the comics price data right now. Gold is sitting at 4,000, around 4,007, right? So let me open up a different tab entirely. Go to TradingView. And we're going to do that again, but on the Forex side. But we're going to go ahead and click all, and we're just going to type in XAU because that's a symbol for gold. And we are actually going to choose Forex.com right here. And this is going to be gold against the US dollar, right? Because with Forex, we're trading currency against currency. And I'm going to launch this chart, and you can see that the gold here is priced at 4,000.57. So these two different charts, 4,007 and then 4,000.57, two different charts, two different prices currently, same thing, if that makes sense. You're just trading this against the US dollar under Forex. And with futures, you're trading the price of gold itself. You're trading the real asset of gold. Now, look at these two charts. They're very similar in the movement of price. Okay, so you can see that we have our highs and lows. I've got my pivot points, highs and lows on here so you guys can identify the highs and lows. You can see when I click over to the futures one, it doesn't look very different. So that's one of the reasons why I love trading Forex and futures, because if you're trading the same symbol under both things, price is going to be similar and you'll be able to profit in both markets. Let me give you guys another example. We're going to do the NASDAQ, okay? So we're going to go back to futures and we're going to click the E-mini NASDAQ 100 futures, and this is a chart for that. Over here on the Forex side, we're going to type in what do I type it on here? 1 second. Oh, there we go. We're going to type in NAS, and it's going to bring us the NAS 100, which is something else that you can trade. Now, it's not necessarily against anything on the Forex side, but it still falls under Forex. And what do you see? Similar markups, similar prices, just a little bit of a difference in price, but it is moving the exact same. So whether you're trading Forex or futures, depending on what symbol you're trading, if you can trade both of them on the different markets, they are going to move the exact same. The only difference is going to be the price in which they're at. I hope that makes sense. Let's look at another one. We're going to go to futures, and I think I want to do Bitcoin. Okay, so we're going to do Bitcoin futures, and over here on the Forex side, we're going to type in BTC USD. Okay, so this is Bitcoin against the US dollar. Now, there's a option to use the coin-based data. This is the one that we're going to use. Okay, and I'm on the 1 hour here, I'm on the 1 hour here. There is a difference in the way that the markets are moving. Okay, so it won't work for everything, but nonetheless, you can see that it's still kind of flowing because this is going against the US dollar. This is just the Bitcoin currency itself, okay, with not going against anything at all. So you can see that there's still a downtrend when it comes to Bitcoin. And then when you're going the Bitcoin versus the US dollar, it's still a downtrend. So sometimes people will use this chart to determine how to place a position on this chart. Okay, because this is the real price of Bitcoin right now. And if I want to place a bet against the US dollar, you see what I mean? Like if Bitcoin itself is going down, I'm able to sell Bitcoin against the US dollar on the Forex side. So you can use Forex and futures together, or you can trade them individually, which is what I like to do. I like to trade them individually. I normally don't go back and forth. There was a time when I was just trading futures and that was the only thing that I was focused on. And there are times when I'm just trading Forex and it's the only thing that I'm focused on. So choose a market that works for you. If you want to trade futures, just make sure that you have the right margin, the right amount of capital into your account, and do that. If you want to trade Forex, which is my personal favorite, then you can do that with the same rules applied. Now, one thing I will share with you that there is an option to trade futures through TradingView. TradingView has a futures broker called TradeStation. I've used them in the past. I think they're great. And I really liked using them on here because this is where I did my analysis and everything. So it was an easy flow for me. Now, if you want to trade Forex, there are brokers on TradingView that do that as well. But I will have my preferred broker down below in the description so that you guys can look them up. I think they're great. They offer a 1 to 500 leverage. Great spreads. I love my Forex broker. And my Forex broker allows me to trade all of the things that you see here on my watch list. So I am trading currency pairs, and I'm also trading commodities against a currency pair. I'm also trading crypto against currency pair. And I'm even trading things like the German CFD under Forex. So anything that moves really well are the things that I like to trade. I highly suggest if you want to get started to trade something super easy like GJ or EU on the Forex side to get started. If you want to go heavy and go super volatile, then I suggest things like the NASDAQ and gold. So that's all I have for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.